Do you feel like your 4B, 4C hair is impossible to define? It takes forever? And perhaps you feel the only way to get real definition in your hair is finger coils? This video is for you. I'm going to show you how in about 10 minutes you can get defined curls with no finger coil. Good morning, you. My name is Melody and I'm going to show you today how using just one product I'll define my hair. My curls are 4B, 4C, but this method would also work for you if you have 4A hair, perhaps 3C hair also. If you saw my last video, you know that I used a combination of cream and gel, but after 2 days it started flaking. I didn't wash my hair, but I put on some water on it and put it on a bun, and that's how I wore my hair the last 3 days. Today's day 5 and my hair is freshly washed. And this time I'm going to be using the gel only to see how it works on its own. I hope it does better. So let's jump right in. It smells nice. So I'm going to apply a generous, I don't know if you can see that, it's a generous amount of gel on my hair. And I'm going to use, well, some people call it the prayer hand method. You can do it like this, where you put your hands together as if you were praying to make sure that you get all the strands. And then I try to put my fingers in between so that it gets some of the the parts in the middle, so my hair doesn't get poofy. And I'm going to put a little extra on my roots because the roots are often the thickest part of our hair. I don't cut my hair, or I haven't been to the hairdresser in perhaps 15 years or so, and I try to maintain my ends at home on my own. But still, I think it's natural that the ends are often a little bit thinner than the ends. To quickly show you the length of my hair, if you are wondering. I hope you can see that. I wanted to share that because you'll see that despite the gel, my hair is probably going to shrink quite a lot. And one of the reasons why this wash and go is defined is because of shrinkage. So it's a balance between having very defined curls and having length. Do you normally wash and go and try to stretch it afterwards, or do you live with the shrinkage? Please comment below. And if you are wondering about the gel, I'm going to leave the details in the description box. It's an Amazon link if you're interested. So far I'll try to get close. You can see how my hair is looking. Doesn't seem to have a lot of hold, even though I've been reapplying gel. So I think this is going to be a light hold. I feel tempted to put another gel on top, but let's try it on its own, give it a chance. Sometimes gels surprise you after they dry. So let's continue to the second section. I normally only do 4 sections, and if it's like, depending on the gel, that might be enough. Some gels, and also if you want more definition, you might need to make smaller sections, but I'm putting big sections and trying to be fast. One, for my hair not to dry, because the wetter your hair, the better your wash and go is going to be. And also I'm hungry and I have food in the oven. You see, I'm still putting like big blobs, and make sure to get your ends. And because making sure that you have enough product on your ends is what's going to make sure that your hair doesn't get tangled on a wash and go, and that you don't get fairy nuts. And also make sure to put a lot on the roots to avoid poofiness, especially if you live in a place with high humidity. The roots tend to get poofy. Also, if you work out, making sure that you have a lot of gel on there, maybe more gel on the roots, will prevent your hair from getting poofy too quick. What is your favorite gel? Have you found one so far for wash and goes? Do you do wash and goes, and were you just in this video because you're curious and maybe considering wash and goes? If you are new to wash and goes, I got the idea from a celebrity hairstylist called Dickey. You might know him already. and he talks about styling our hair in the shower ideally. And I normally do that, but for the video quality and for you to be able to see what I'm doing and better lighting and not have the ventilator and the bathroom making noise in the background, and also for my own comfort, it's easier to film while sitting down. I do it out here, but it's true, it's better if you can do it in the shower with your hair soaking wet. Now, if you notice your hair is drying, you can have like a water bottle with continuous spray and re-wet your hair. Hydrated hair is what is going to make your wash and go or your curls, whatever curl pattern that is, become more visible. So your hair should be as wet as possible, ideally in the shower, if you have the strength and to do it in the shower. Yeah, that was the third section. I might reapply a little bit gel in some sections. I'm afraid to put too much so it doesn't flake. Hopefully it won't. I'm hoping that this would last a few days without flaking. So this is the last section. And at the moment, you might be able to see the comparison of my hair with gel and my hair without gel. You see my hair is very cottony, doesn't look very defined without any product. And then the gel makes it have a little bit of definition. But you know how a gel truly performs once it's dry. And for our kind of hair, like if you have really textured hair like mine, really coily or kinky hair, you should ideally find a gel with high hold, a very strong hold, like similar to, I don't have it here, similar to the Xtreme hair gel. I'll see if I can put a picture of it. The Wetline Xtreme hair gel, and I like the clear one because it doesn't have the blue chemical. The blue one is really nice also. It's a little bit more moisturizing, but it has a little bit less hold, and it seems the blue tint makes my scalp itch a little bit. But I do have a very sensitive scalp, so I react to many things that other people wouldn't react to, like the Do Mousse, for example, which is very popular and gives you really wonderful definition, but my scalp doesn't like it. I wear it on my wigs though. It gives the wigs a nice definition. A gel with a strong hold is ideal. In my case, I like to experiment, so I try different gels, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And that's okay. And sometimes my hair looks wonderful. Sometimes it doesn't look like I expected. Yeah, I'm enjoying the process. Thank you very much to all of you who have been joining and watching, because it's make it more enjoyable when someone else is watching and commenting and liking the video. Oh yeah, I just put a little bit here. I don't like brush my baby hairs because my hair tends to break easily in this area, and I also have alopecia. So I tend to, like, my hair tends to fall off and go bald if I'm too rough. So I just put a little bit of hair gel to make it a little bit flat, but I'm not going to brush it or anything like that. And let me show you the back. I might have to put more in the back. I hope you can see that. Feels like I have to put a little bit more gel in this section. Oh, my alarm for my food is done. So I'll see you in a couple hours after I've dried it a little bit and show you what it looks like dry. I forgot to mention to shake your hair or shake your head a little bit to separate the curls and make them more visible. See you later. It has been 5 hours and my hair has shrunken quite a bit. You can see, well, my 4B, which is in the front, has kept some length, but my 4C hair in the back, I don't know if you can see that, it is shrunken like really a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the blow dryer and try to stretch it a little bit. I actually have a video where I did a wash and go with another gel, a strong hold gel, and then I stretched my hair. Inspired by Seun Okimi. I'll put the link to that video, my video, and also her video in the description so you can see it. It's been a few hours and I used the blow dryer to dry my hair, and it helped. It looks much better in my opinion. And So that's a huge tip if you just use this gel, to make sure to blow dry after a few hours to stretch your hair, because otherwise you'll have lots of shrinkage. My hair feels soft, and the texture actually feels a little bit like when I use a medium hold mousse. So there's just a slight crunch. So if you like mousse wash and goes, you might like this one. If you want just a slightly stronger hold than a medium hold mousse, this might work for you. Also, maybe if you have a fine hair texture like mine and you want a little bit more volume. I don't know how this would hold up in like really high humidity, but if you live in a place that is fairly dry, I think this could work for you. So what do you think? And also, if you're interested about this lipstick, I tend to get questions about this lipstick. I'll put it on the description box for you. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and YouTube is about to suggest another video similar to this one. I hope you enjoy.